bring the music. He'll bring the beer. Deal?
WSLM, Salem, New Albany, Louisville. Kentuckiana's best country. My country, 1220 AM.
Where severe weather is possible, I'm John Herrick. You're listening to Network Indiana. Severe thunderstorms could move into the state later this evening.
Biggest chance for strong to severe storms. It'll be more in the western part of Indiana and then the southwestern part of Indiana.
Aaron Updike with the National Weather Service says the whole state needs to be on the lookout for it, though. 3 people killed, 14 others seriously injured when a Greyhound bus that was going from Indianapolis to St. Louis hit multiple vehicles on a highway east of St. Louis this morning. Illinois State Police say the crash happened on the I-70 exit ramp at a rest area in the town of Highland. They're trying to figure out what caused the crash. Gas prices have been going down in Indiana for nearly the last month, but that's about to change. Gas Buddy saying this morning that many stations in the state will see an increase to as high as $3.59 a gallon. Currently, the statewide average is $3.28. I'm John Herrick, and you're listening to Network Indiana News.
Let's keep Salem on the right path. Justin Green here. I'm working on many exciting projects to put Salem on the right path. Yes, some road work. Yes, some water line work. Yes, some Parks Department work. And yes, some job creation work. All this with some growing pains.
Let branch manager Autumn Scott Hall and her staff at Salem's Leader One Financial Office on the public square help you live your best dream with just the right financing. Autumn and Camissa are licensed for all FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, and jumbo mortgage programs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned real estate investor, or simply looking for refinancing options, Autumn's team will help you and ensure you receive the right mortgage for your unique financial situation at a competitive and fair price. They'll communicate with you all the information you need to know when you need to know it, while offering the best mortgage loans for your financing needs. Call today to get started, 812-883-0670, or stop in and see Autumn or Camissa today at 18 Public Square, Suite A in Salem. We're ready to open the door to home ownership for you.
This is a very special day. The breeze took the clouds all away. It swept the sky like a broom and got ready for a very special day. This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very
a special day it is. It is a terrific Thursday. That means my partner in crime and also my co-host, my guest, my everything here.
I'm your everything.
Autumn Scott Hall. Good morning, Autumn.
morning.
Happy Thursday. Hey, it's a little chillier this morning.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I took the dog out this morning, and we were talking Tuesday about Winnie the Pooh, and I thought,
Did you say Winnie Pooh's?
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I think you said Winnie Pooh's.
So when I stepped
You took the dog
outside, I thought, oh, what a blustery day it is.
Oh,
Do you remember
I love-
Piglet in the blustery
How
day?
could I forget? Or Eeyore.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you noticed me.
Yeah. So that is, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, it's a blustery day. Little Piglet would be blown away.
You know who I would be if I was in Winnie the Pooh? You know who I would be?
Who?
Tigger.
I believe that. Yeah,
totally
I called that.
T-I double grrr. He's my favorite.
Grrr. Yeah, the wonderful thing about tigers.
Yeah, who
Tigers
would
are
you be?
wonderful
You
things.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'll have to think that all day long. I got to figure this out.
I would have said I think I would have been a mix between Rabbit and Tigger.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Which is funny because they're two completely opposite
They
people.
are. I could see. I don't know. I
Depends
could see a
which
little bit of
personality.
Rabbit. Do you look at people and wonder how they would fit in with Winnie the Pooh?
No, I don't.
I do that.
I don't.
I do that. What character would you be on Winnie the Pooh?
So sometimes
there's nobody that's got the wise owl so far.
I do love Owl.
How could you not? That would be you. Look at you, bringing wisdom to the table.
Maybe, yeah.
Right.
But there is a thought that maybe Christopher Robin was schizophrenic.
Wait, I'm gonna spit my coffee out.
Yeah,
What?
so the psychology behind it is maybe he was schizophrenic, and if you look at it, each of the characters actually do represent like a mental situation. So like Rabbit is very OCD.
Yeah.
Tigger is very hyperactive.
Right.
Eeyore has a little bit of depression. Piglet has high anxiety. Yeah.
Wow.
I can't remember the other ones, but those were the four I remember.
I have never.
Yeah,
heard
if you
that
think
said.
about it and look at it.
I guess I do think of that.
Yeah.
But and then his personal was
Al,
Pooh.
I think Al was a little autistic. That's why he has all those facts and all those. And then Winnie the Pooh had an eating disorder. So.
Well, you can't beat a big thing of honey. You know
So yeah, I mean there have actually been studies done on that.
I have never heard that
So,
before.
and then-
wow, you're blowing my mind over here. Now this is gonna be again living rent free in my head today. I mean, it's gonna be
So
there.
yeah, so
Wow. Okay.
I kind of think
What
of
a
that.
morning.
But I think too, if you think of it and you look at it that way, I think we see a little bit of ourselves in all of them.
I agree. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think we all are. Yeah, every now and then.
yeah,
Yeah.
just don't get blown away in this blustery day.
I think not. Well, it's funny because so yesterday was so warm. Okay, and I wore a suit. Right.
It was wonderful.
It was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this was like get out and enjoy.
It was the last nice day. I took two of my classes outside.
Yeah. So then I knew today was going to be a little cooler, but I thought not that much. So I had on a suit jacket, and then I had the shorts, the suit. It was a short.
Oh yeah,
suit,
a short suit.
Yeah, with suit.
I love those
shorts with suits. So I thought, well, I'm going to get this in today. So I went outside.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not running back in. Not today, Batman.
Well, you look good.
Well,
so.
you're very kind. But
Thank you.
anyway, yeah, it was a wardrobe change quickly, let me tell you. Autumn, I'm so glad you're in here this morning. Let's thank our sponsors.
Let's
we
thank
have
our
them over there?
sponsors.
Are they there,
Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Leader One Financial, NMLS 12007. We're an equal housing lender. And Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn.
Oh, very good. Yeah,
and Fantastic Sam's.
Look at you.
If I missed anybody, I'm sorry.
I cannot wait till you're 90 years old and somebody says something to you.
Somebody's going to say, you want a cup of coffee? And I'm going to be like, Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland.
I feel like I need to put a note on your bib. You have a little bib. Please excuse her. She's been doing these for years. I love that. That's going to be awesome. Look at you. Very good.
Oh.
Yeah. I could not. I don't know. I'm like having trouble. It's like I'm trying to think and nothing's happening. But
the hamster's there, but the wheel's not spinning.
No, it's right. I do want to say I actually had a fun Coach's Corner last night. I did Coach's Corner.
I saw
live
that.
at McDonald's, sitting there watching and smelling all those great Big Macs and fries. You know, you can't beat McDonald's. I'm sorry, but So anyway, I told all the athletes, eat healthy, get you a Big Mac.
Yeah, there you go.
I grew 6 daughters on Big Macs. Okay, I really
listen. Those are some fond memories.
Those are, and some beautiful daughters at that, right? Those 2 off beef patties that came through the good protein. Anyway. So I want to thank McDonald's, and it's lovely to be there. It's a lot of fun, and I want to thank our 3 girls county coaches, East Washington, West Washington, and Salem, came, and what a fun time! Boy, great season. I'm impressed.
I'm a fan of sports, and
yeah,
I do appreciate the fact that even though we have the community, county rivalries, we can all get together and discuss and have a good time.
Right, and they actually they were talking prior. You know what I'm saying? They're sitting at McDonald's.
Right.
Everybody's cool with each other.
Yeah,
and
I
put
love
them on
that.
A court.
Well, that's because the court changes things. What is it? I need a shirt. Classy till kickoff. Classy till the whistle blows.
Oh, you saw that? Did you see that over at Walmart?
No.
Walmart's got the. They had the koozie, and it said classy till kickoff. Yeah.
No, I didn't see that, but I have seen them on shirts and things.
Yeah.
So I think that's very accurate. We can be friends until the game starts, and then
game on.
Then we're
well, I like that. I think that's good. I think that's fun.
Then we're rivals, and then after the game is over, we can be friends again.
Yeah. Well, it might take a few minutes. Give me a grace period, okay? I need a few minutes.
I'll be your friend if I win, but if I lose, I need a little.
I need a little regrouping, okay? Don't talk to me. I need to come to Jesus, and then I'll talk to you, okay? I have to get my sorts together there.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to Thursday. Do you realize what we're getting close to? We are going to at the end of the program. I know you'll have to skedaddle, but you can stay with me as long as I'll take you as long as I can get you, Autumn Scott Hall. But we are going to have Andy Bush coming up and talking about a very special program we got coming up, Veterans Day program. So.
Yeah. So it is Veterans Day tomorrow.
The 11th.
The 11th, but it's observed tomorrow for
Saturday.
Government offices.
Right. Yeah.
Good
reminders. So if you are going to go somewhere, and also, and so I think that has. Now, okay, and you're the expert on this. So I believe that will actually roll because taxes are due, but that they're giving that grace period till Monday.
So taxes are actually now not your property taxes are actually not due until the 13th.
Okay.
Because the 11th. Well, So because taxes are always due May 10th and November 10th, November 10th is actually Veterans Day observed for government offices and banks, so the courthouse will be closed. So you do not actually have them due until that Monday, which is the 13th this year.
Right.
If you are escrowed, which means that your payment includes your taxes and insurance, your mortgage company would have already paid those.
Yeah.
I always tell people you are still responsible to make sure it got there because there have been issues with parcel numbers. Sometimes they are a little bit late. That does happen. So still, if you get a late statement in the next couple of weeks, don't just throw it away. Call your mortgage company and say, hey, why is this late?
Right.
But if you are not escrowed, which actually I am not, and I probably need to go pay my fall taxes now that we're talking about this.
Yeah. I'm getting prepared.
Yeah, I need to go do that today. So if you are like me and you did kind of forget because of the busyness of life, you need to pay those by Monday.
Well, yeah, you don't want a late fee.
You need to go to the treasurer's office. Now, I do know they have drop boxes. I believe you can also pay it at First Savings.
Okay.
So I'm going to check my GIS right now. I can't remember if I paid.
But it is good. It's good to check and make sure, like we talk about accountability, being responsible. Yes, what a blessing when you have that where it just comes out, of your house payment. I think that,
that is a benefit of escrow account. Then you're not sitting here on the radio thinking, did I pay my fall taxes? Because I don't know.
Yeah. We need, every turtle needs a shell. So take care of your shell. I always call your house your shell. So, you need to make sure you take care of your shell. We need a roof over our head,
Right.
So it's important to pay those taxes. And anyway, so they have gave us the grace period till Monday because of
because of the holidays. Yeah, I'm not paying my taxes since April 4th, according to the county website, which would be May taxes due.
Right.
So, I'll be going and paying that.
Look at you. There you go. Yay, me too. I will too. It always screams like when it comes out of my,
Glad we're talking about it because I would have forgotten.
They're screaming. There's always screaming. Well, I want to remind everybody. I don't want anybody to miss it, but yeah, when you hear that big scream, you know that Becky's paying her taxes. You remember on Harry Potter, those pots, whenever they'd pull them up out of the head, you remember they'd scream
I never saw it.
Okay. Anyway, yes, that's mine. Yeah. All right, we're on to the 9th day of November. Moving right along here. Today is British Pudding Day. British Pudding Day.
Interesting. I know the British like their pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pudding.
We were talking about this. Okay, deep thoughts. Okay, are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Deep thoughts with Becky. Okay.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, persimmon pudding.
Don't love it, but go ahead.
I love it. Okay, yes. Yeah. But here's what I'm confused at. Why do they, deep thoughts. Why do they call it pudding when it's not actually pudding? It's more of a substance. It's almost like a pie.
It's almost, I think
it's not shaped like a pie. It's not a round.
But what is pudding?
What is pudding?
What is pudding? So I think that is something that you need to
I feel like we need to put those hats on, like those scholar hats we're going.
Well, a lot of times we think of pudding like the little Jell-O pudding.
Yes, exactly.
That we think of.
Right.
But really, I think pudding originally was a cooked substance.
Like a tapioca pudding.
Yes.
Okay. Look at which. Hello.
It's a thickened.
Yeah, but it's but you put it like in a different container. Like persimmon pudding is like cut into a square and put on a plate. And it's not going everywhere.
If persimmon pudding is done correctly, it is soft in the middle. It does kind of have that soft pudding type of texture. Yeah. Yeah. Because, see, really, I think, for me personally, I think the pudding that we have the pudding cups remind me more of like a custard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe mislabeling?
I don't know. It's just my thoughts.
You're more of a custard than a pudding.
You're more of a custard.
I feel like custard is like a little more upper class. Don't you? I mean, like, we're having custard tonight.
We're having custard with fresh berries.
Ooh. I can't wait to tell that one. Ooh, we're having custard with fresh berries tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, British Pudding Day, and it looks delicious. It actually looks more solid. The British pudding. I wonder if that's.
It's probably like our persimmon pudding.
Yeah, it looks like it kind of. Yeah. Actually. Yeah.
So I mean, as a note, the difference between pudding and custard.
Ooh.
And I guess I was wrong. Really, I guess it is more of a custard that's thicker, but pudding uses starch. Custard, the thickener is the egg itself. So like, there's no cornstarch in it. I guess.
Okay.
So there you go.
Starch right out of me over here.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay. So British Pudding Day, and we've learned a lot about persimmon pudding.
Yeah.
This is also go to an art museum today.
Please go to an art museum.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I'm a fan of museums because I'm a nerd.
No, I think they're awesome, and you can learn so much. Okay. National Chaos Never Dies Day.
I'm sorry, what never dies?
Chaos.
Oh, chaos. I thought you said K-House. I was like,
chaos.
What is K-House?
Chaos. I had a chaotic day yesterday. You know what I mean?
Chaos and I are just friends.
Well, so after Coffee Club went really well, had a wonderful coffee club, and then jumped in the car and headed up to Carmel, Indiana.
Oh, that's a
great
nice drive.
It is. But that traffic, and then on the way home, there were so many wrecks from, I think it was like around maybe Edinburgh to maybe Franklin, like 9 different just zooming cops. I don't know what was going on up there, but it was really, and you see a lot of traffic, and then there was another wreck. I mean, there were several wrecks.
That's
and
crazy.
It's really sad.
It's the nice weather.
It really probably just, something like that.
People don't know how to
drive. Yeah. So then, from, you go from Scottsburg to Salem. It's dark. That road's kind of dark.
Mm-hmm.
And there were deer just jumping and popping around. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it was. I felt like it was in a video game.
Yeah. Probably.
I feel like
I actually got to be home yesterday, and I didn't let my kids go anywhere. I'm like, no, we're going home. We're all home. We're home.
Wasn't that wonderful?
We're staying home.
Don't you love that?
I don't really know what I did,
but don't you, as a mom? I mean, don't you love when everybody's home? I mean, isn't that great?
When they're not fighting, yes.
Yeah.
Although the other night, Sunday night maybe, Monday night, Tuesday night? I don't remember. One night this week, because my days are... I did sit and do Legos with Nick.
Oh.
Like, I made a Minecraft bee house.
I love that.
It was fun.
Now, those are a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah. I need one of those shirts, speaking of Day of Unending Chaos, that say Chaos Coordinator. Have you seen those?
No, but I love that.
I need one.
I feel like that, yeah.
Chaos
like
Coordinator.
Yeah.
We're all just surviving.
I have seen, similar shirts to that. Yes. The SHIT show coordinator. That's what they said they were going to get that from me. Okay, National Fried Chicken Sandwich Day. Yes, baby.
Oh, I love a good fried chicken sandwich.
Ooh, loaded up.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Ooh, look at you
I love
over there.
that.
Yeah, we need one of those. Sissy Baby said, yeah.
Sissy Baby is out. She is laying beside me.
Because she just ate huge.
I guess.
Yeah, I told you, She's just keeping an eye on you at all times.
I know. She's like, I can't even sleep. I have to watch you.
One eye open at all times.
She was trying to butter me up today. I'm thinking, where's my chicken sandwich, Sissy Baby?
Yeah. If you got one of them, I guarantee you that chick would wake right up. She is she's all about food.
I do love a fried chicken sandwich.
Oh,
I might do that for dinner tonight instead of what I was going to make.
Oh, I love that. Your family would love that.
They would.
That would be, how are you going to make it? Are you going to put like a bun on it and everything? Or are you going to?
Well, yeah. If it's a sandwich, fried chicken sandwich, yeah. I have these brioche buns at home that need to be used.
There you go.
So I might do that.
There you go. All right, National Greek Yogurt Day.
I'm a fan of Greek yogurt. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit thicker than regular yogurt. Big fan.
National Scrabble Day. It says Scrabble, but it shows like is it Scrabble? Am I saying that right? It's like it looks like a biscuit with sausage biscuit. I don't know about that.
I have never heard those be called Scrabbles.
I've never heard that either.
I have heard of egg scrambles. I don't know.
Okay, so what about this World Freedom Day? And it's got two ladies jumping up in the air. Let's go reenact this out in the parking lot.
Please, let's do that. Let's go take a picture of that.
In the parking lot, let's reenact these two ladies jumping up in the air.
World Freedom Day. What are you free of?
I don't know, but they've got some height. I bet there's a trampoline underneath them hidden.
Probably, or it's photoshopped.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. World Quality Day.
Quality is important.
Quality over quantity.
Yes, I was getting ready to say that. I do agree with that. Quality over quantity.
World Usability Day. Usability.
Usability of what?
Of
anything, all things?
I guess of all of all of the things. Autumn Scott Hall. Yeah.
I'm using a lot of things right now.
Right.
I'm looking that up. I wonder if there is something world usability. Is there something specific?
Maybe
about Usability Day.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is focusing on cooperation and collaboration.
Ooh.
I'm a fan of that. Let's collaborate. Let's cooperate one with another.
You never heard those terms years ago, though. You know?
No, probably not.
I mean, those are like terms that, like, I'm going to say like the last 10 years maybe or so.
Well, but I think, too, there has been maybe a view of, hey, we work better together than apart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's work together, not against each other.
I always use Gladiator. Remember when they put their backs together?
Yes.
And they came out and they were so much more mighty. Remember? Yep. I'll never forget that scene. Yeah.
I did actually see that movie.
I know you did.
I did see that one.
A fan of it, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. Also, real quick, 15 jobs that are a lot less fun than people expect.
Ooh, let's do this.
Okay, let's see. Anything freelance.
I am a firm believer that freelance stuff is very stressful and is code for I just jump from job to job.
There you go. Number 2, being a touring musician. It's not always, I think it's a lot on the road.
Well, and I think, too, it depends how big of a musician you are. Mm-hmm. Because when you're a touring musician starting out, it's not fun.
No, right. Oh, no. You're trying to make it. You're trying to, and doing a lot of, of gigs, a lot of, out there. And I think, too, you got to remember, whenever someone's putting on a concert or doing music or, whatever, they're entertaining us.
Right.
So, my dad was a big component because, like, being on the radio, he was always like, you got to make sure you're entertaining you, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that you enjoy your job.
Yeah. Well, you enjoy your job, but also that you're making sure that you're doing something that entertains you.
Yeah.
Like a comedy or laughing or, or
Something that, because I believe this. I think if you're having fun, that goes across.
Yes, definitely. So, for sure. Working in the film industry. It's a demanding job. There's stress deadlines, and you're usually working on someone else's vision. That would be true. Oh, video game testing. Playing a video game is fun, but testing the same elements over and over again for weeks and weeks is mindless job.
Well, and I think too on that, it's if you're testing it, you have all the kinks, and I think too you have the frustration of, this doesn't work the way it's supposed to.
Right. Okay, number 5, bartending. Now, see, I think that would be fun, but they say there's a lot of dealing with drunken idiots.
I was gonna say, I think bartending is kind of like waitressing. It can be fun until you get those customers that are not nice or not fun.
Yeah.
So.
Right. That's probably true. Yeah. Number 6, beer brewing. It's a lot of physical work and very long hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Working in tech, you work off a lot of hours and stressful hours.
I don't think working in tech sounds like fun at all.
No, especially like trying to, if you're like trying to get something quickly together, it's very stressful.
I will say this, I think technology, and I've made this comment before, I think technology has made us less patient and lazy.
I can see that. Yeah.
I mean,
well, we want everything right now.
Yes, because that's how we've been conditioned, and that's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awful. It makes you a very just not nice person.
Yeah.
So I think tech has some benefits, but I think as time goes on, we're going to see a lot more disadvantages than advantages.
I think you're right. Number 8, traveling salesperson. Some people think it's constant travel is awesome, but it's really an endless cycle. Airport, boredom, hotel, airport, no time to sightsee or explore.
Well, and you're away from home, kind of like that traveling musician. You're away from home.
Right. Get back to your nest.
I don't think that sounds like a fun job at all.
No. Number 9, scuba instructor. Some said it's ruined the hobby for them. It's like herding cats. Can you imagine? I know. Being a scuba instructor. Over here, back over here. Don't touch that shark. Run away.
Yeah, I think that would be difficult.
Just keep swimming.
Keep swimming.
Okay.
Well, because really, how do you communicate underwater? Hand signs.
Oh.
I mean,
there's a lot of signs you can give.
Yeah, but it's not like you can yell at somebody who's doing something stupid.
Yeah, really.
So, I would not.
Or try to slap someone.
Yeah, through water. They can't see that matrix work.
Okay, so we're radio. So Autumn and I, we have to theater of the mind. We're taking our hands really slow through the air. There you go.
Yeah, not ski instructor, but scuba instructor does not sound like a good.
Scuba. Remember Scuba Steve?
From Big Daddy, I do know that one.
All right, I'm glad you know that.
But yeah, that does not sound like a fun job to me.
Okay, park ranger. It's awesome. So what's the problem? One ranger said you're basically paid to watch sunsets.
I see no problem with that.
Oh, paid in smiles and sunsets.
Oh, I guess paid in smiles and sunsets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think our park rangers make a lot because they're government employees.
Mm-hmm.
But again, depending on what you want out of life, I mean, I couldn't be a park ranger because I don't like isolation. But if you're kind of an introverted person who loves nature, that could be a great job.
Yeah. I would spend my time looking for Bigfoot. You've got to be in here somewhere.
I mean, too, if you think about it, if you were a park ranger like out at Yosemite or even like in the Gatlinburg area, the people who get out of their vehicles to take pictures with wild animals.
Oh, you have to get after them.
It's like, are you dumb?
Yeah. And okay, what I would love though about being a park ranger, I'd love the outfit. How cute, the little uniform. You know what I mean?
Okay, you would probably look cute in it.
I would love the uniform.
I'd look like a lumberjack.
I would wear my uniform, and
I don't think that would be very flattering on me.
I think you would look great. Okay, so a park ranger out. Number 11. So none of us can ever hop to any of these because these are like not good. Number 11. Working at Disneyland.
I have no desire to work at Disneyland.
Okay.
Nor did I ever think it would be fun.
No. Doggy daycare.
Why? Why would you? No. No desire for that. I do good to take care of the one dog that I have.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, is spoiled and has to go to the groomer today because I missed that. Thought it was yesterday.
You do love him.
Her.
Well, I was saying that like it just in a masculine.
Yeah. I tolerate
you do love
her.
Her. Yeah. All right. Working for the FBI.
No. Why would you do that?
No. Yeah. 99% of the time, they're working in ridiculous hours in a cube.
Yeah, they're a cubicle.
Yeah.
Cubicle
14,
creatures.
Tattoo artists and body piercers. People generally have have not really good ideas, and a lot of times they don't shower enough. I guess now that's kind of gross. Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, and two, I think on that, I have read articles because I'm a fan of tattoos, and so I know like you want to go to a tattoo artist that has good ideas, and they are artists, so they like to create. Mm-hmm. And so like when I like to go in with, this is my idea, how can you spin it, or what can you add to it, can you make it your own? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I think people think, oh, I'm going to just walk in and get one, and that's really not how that flies.
Right.
Like a good tattoo artist wants you to communicate with them ahead of time, give them their ideas, and a lot of times you pass back and forth ideas, mm-hmm. and it's not a quick process.
Right. I have done. I do not have a tattoo, and I don't know about that needle.
It's not bad at all.
Boom, boom, boom,
no.
boom. Yeah.
And two, I think people get mad at the price of them. Like they go in, they think, oh, you want how much? They're putting a lot of time and energy in that, and I'm sorry, but you don't want a cheap tattoo.
Wait, I'm going to spit my coffee.
You don't. Why would I want to go?
There's a country music song about that, right?
No, this is on my body for my life. Do not give me a cheap tattoo.
Yeah. I don't know that I could commit to that. I don't know what I would get. I don't know. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm very picky on what I get. Like if it's going to be on my body for life, for me, and I know there are people that just do it because they like it and that's your choice, but for me it has to have a meaning. Mm-hmm. So all of mine do have a meaning.
I think a lot of people have meaning too, though, with theirs.
Well, some of them just like stuff, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
I don't judge. I don't judge at all.
All right.
But I will judge you for a cheap bad tattoo.
Okay. We'll be judged. All right. I don't know, I don't know necessarily the difference. I'm sorry, but but
there you go.
Just not an expert though. Driving the Zamboni.
Oh, the Zamboni. That's the ice that goes on the ice rinks. It smooths the ice.
I've never heard that called before. I've never heard that.
It's a Zamboni. You never watched Mighty Ducks?
I don't know that I did. I don't think I did. Maybe parts of it, like if I just.
That actually did used to be my favorite.
What's funny though is if someone had said something about Zamboni, I would have thought it was a sandwich.
Interesting. No, Zamboni
a Zamboni sounds like a sub sandwich to me.
It does kind of. You're right, but it is actually it does the ice.
Here's what it says: you flip a few levers and flip them again when done. Drive a circle for the rest of it. Stress goes through the roof when something breaks.
Oh, I could see that because the machine would be it's an ice resurfacer.
So, I wonder, is there a speed? Like, can you go very fast in that? I mean, do they go fast in that?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a Zamboni expert. I just know what it is.
Okay.
And now, obviously, you can, and you don't make a lot. It's only like $14, $15 an hour.
Oh.
According to ZipRecruiter.
Okay.
Recruiter.
Well, this is good. Like, I feel like we need to have this talk with seniors.
Mm-hmm.
If you're thinking about professions, these are things that maybe you want to think about. Well, sometimes.
Well, and Zambonis aren't big here because we don't have a lot of ice rinks around here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but I could see that nationwide.
Yeah. I think the thing that we actually, a lot of times, like, jobs will look like yours looks glamorous. You know what I mean? Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I actually do love my job, but
there are hours and time that you're putting in.
Oh yeah.
And then especially also there's people out there. I'm sure there has to be situations where the people and you know that this is going to work, but it's like, how do you make it work? You're
right, and that is that is the part of my job that I do enjoy. It is, I kind of always liken it to a scavenger hunt. Mm-hmm. You just have to find all the pieces and make it fit together. Right. And Dennis always kind of explained it like we are attorneys presenting your case to the judge, which is our underwriter, and that's a good analogy as well. Mm-hmm. I have been doing it. It's funny because in certain circles I get called the queen of manufactured homes and of USDA loans. I do a lot of both of those.
But I love that.
And we have a loan officer right now. He's from Florida, and they have a lot of manufactured homes in Florida. Mm-hmm. I mean, like that is factual, but he does not do a lot of them. And the questions that he asks me, it's funny because it's like I'm rattling these right off the top of my head because I've done it for so long. I know the answers. Right. And so sometimes it's hard to step back and remember, I know the answers because I've been doing it for so long. It is still new and confusing to a lot of people. Even a lot of realtors still do not understand the difference between a manufactured home and a modular home. And there is.
Can you tell us?
Long story short, a manufactured home comes in on a chassis on that iron I-beam. The wheels and the tongue are removed and it stays on that trailer that it comes in on, and we put underpinning or something around it that does not support it. It is just to keep animals out and keep it dry under there. Whereas a modular home is also built in a factory, comes to you in 2 parts, but is actually lifted up and set on a foundation. So a modular home, for all intents and purposes, is a regular stick-built home. It's treated like a stick-built home. It's just not built in the weather. And so sometimes people are like, oh, site-built, stick-built is better. But is it? Because, I mean, at least on a modular home or even a manufactured home for that part, those internal workings, that framing and that siding and that, not siding, but the boards that go on it, they're not sitting in the weather. They're not getting weathered. They're being built in a factory. So, I mean, it has its pros and cons for both. A lot of people still don't realize you have to have a foundation inspection on manufactured homes. You do not on modulars. I have had realtors try to order engineer inspections on modular homes. And it's like, you don't know. Like, we don't do that. Mm-hmm. So just some of that stuff that is still very, and it's just learning. It's just, that's the thing I've told Camissa, and I actually almost texted her and told her to be here today, but that's the thing. It's a lot of the things on my job, like I just finished my continuing education, but that's all laws. Like, it just shows you the legal side of it. So a lot of times as a new loan officer or mortgage originator, you don't really know how to do your job.
Right. No.
You know the law. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of the same thing with teaching. You know the law, you know the thought behind it, but you don't know how to do your job until you actually get there and you get those loans under your belt, and you make very costly mistakes at times. Mm-hmm. And that is part of it, but then I'm never going to do that again.
Right.
And that's how you learn. A lot of times in our job, we get where we're at because we have the broken bones and the black eyes and the bruises. And, at the end of the day, you're standing sometimes metaphorically at a closing with, every part of your body in a sling or a cast, but you're there.
Right.
And you have the home buyer, and, so that's part of it. So I do love my job. I love what I do. And, I tell people, let us stress for you. And if we do it well, then we do stand at closing looking glamorous.
Oh, I love that. Mm-hmm.
But that's not always the case. Right, sometimes we're there by the skin of our teeth.
Right.
So.
Well, it's so interesting. Do you feel that, like, the seasoning that you've had from, the first day you started this till now, I mean, isn't it crazy how much you've learned and how much you know? Yeah. And then I know you stay up with everything, because, like, the way from the start when you first started till now, I'm sure there's been a lot of changes, a lot of.
And that's the other thing. It's like, as soon as you think you've got something down, it will change.
Yeah.
It will. They change things. They try to keep up. I had some companies that there for a while quit doing manufactured homes completely. And so it's like, okay, well, I know you used to, but now you don't. And then now they're doing it again as things are picking back up. But and then the laws change. Like the seasoning of things, or what job gaps are allowed, or student loans are a big one right now. It used to be you could, depending on your situation, depends on what payment you use. Used to be 1%, now they've knocked it down to 0.5%, now they've knocked it back up to 1%, and then each industry is a different amount. So if I take you Fannie Mae, it may be 1%. If I take you Freddie, it's only half. USDA is always 0.5%. FHA used to be 1, now it's down to half. So I mean, just those things that change, that when you do multiple loan products, gets confusing sometimes.
Right.
Because then you have to remember. And it's like, okay, I can't have 40 spreadsheets, which maybe I should, but
no,
and then you have things like bankruptcies and foreclosures, and which product allows the time frame for you to buy a house on that, and so you just have things around that you don't know until you do it by bumps and bruises.
Right. And it's best to, before you start, the very first step is to come talk to you, to see.
Talk to us.
See you and see what even is on the table.
Yeah.
Where you can go, whether it's going to be a manufacturer, whether it's going to be modular, which I didn't realize the difference. I think it's just like, like if you say, I want a Coke or, a soft drink or something, like that. I didn't realize
there is a difference.
It sounds like I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. It's good to know. And then of course now, or a house, whichever you want to go, or maybe you'll leave, realizing that maybe I just need to rent for a little while.
Yeah. Right. And I've had people, I don't like to give away loans, but I've literally had people that have come in and it's like, yeah, maybe buying isn't best for you. Mm-hmm. Like if you're sitting here telling me you don't want to maintain things and you're always gone and maybe you don't need to buy. Mm-hmm. I had one guy came in, was on 3 acres, paying $600 a month in rent. And he was happy. And it's like, okay, then maybe you don't want to buy. If you're happy and that's where you're comfortable, maybe you don't need to buy.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because as much as maybe the government hates me saying this, not everyone deserves to be a homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are not responsible enough to be a homeowner. Mm-hmm. You have a right to shelter and housing, but you do not have a right to necessarily own a home. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're not going to take care of it or you're not going to pay your bills.
Right.
And that's the other side of it. We're responsible for 10 years. Like when you record your mortgage at the courthouse, it has whoever did your mortgage, it has their name and their license number. And they can come back on us for up to 10 years.
Right.
So yeah, there are some people that know you don't need a home, and that's not discrimination, that's factual.
Right. And because everybody's unique, everybody's different, it's not going to be the same. There's no certain mold for everybody. You know? Yeah. And speaking of that, we talked about paying your taxes,
Pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes.
I'm going to go write a check today.
And taxes have gone up a little bit. We heard a lot of people say that.
Taxes go up every day, or every year.
And I want to say it's not, I know that, and I'm just going to openly say this because I know there's a lot of people that have said something about the school. It has not gone up because of the school, okay?
Well,
it has gone up because inflation.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at how much our houses are now. I mean, like $100,000 house now that used to be years ago is now $300,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it's inflation. It's not.
And that's why those rates had to go up, to help bring some of that. Because if you look, the majority of listings right now will have price cut, new improved pricing, because people aren't getting what they were getting 2 years ago.
Right.
But on that, I'm going to say this. If you look at the tax bills that go out in March, on the back is a breakdown of what your tax money goes percent-wise. So you can look at your tax bill. Well, it's not your tax bill, but it's the information that shows you the difference from one year to the other. And then at the bottom, it breaks down what percentage of your tax money goes where. And the school is not one of the highest.
And I appreciate that. Yeah,
it's not.
I know.
And that's the other thing. The library is one of the lowest, I believe.
Absolutely.
Which stuns me, because that is a very important part of our community.
Well, and a beautiful part. And I mean, in how many years and how many
it's
of
a
us?
Carnegie Library.
Oh, it is. I'm glad.
But
yes, yeah.
even that, our library puts on so many programs and so many things for our community.
And even in school.
Yeah.
You know, we used to go there to do our research, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
which I did threaten my kids. I said, you're going to start pulling out the encyclopedias.
Right? Well,
said,
no, you'd have to.
What's an encyclopedia? And I
You'd
thought
have to
we
go
had
there
failed you.
and get your stuff. I mean, years ago, you know what I mean? So
Card catalog?
Yes, I know all about it.
But so that's the thing.
Hush. I've been shushed many a time, but shushed.
No, not you.
I know, surprise.
So yeah, you can actually see that breakdown. People don't know how to read those.
No.
That's one of those things you've never been taught.
Which again, accountability. Know what you're paying for. If you know what I mean? But I felt like that. I heard someone it got blasted the other day on the internet, which you know what I mean, people do, and then like you said, just go back and look.
Yeah, go back and look at your bill.
See the itemized. But I just want to say that it's inflation. You know, it is there.
Well, and taxes, and here's the thing: taxes and insurance go up every year. And I tell people that I tell them when they're sitting at my desk, I'm like, this is what it is. It will go up. Be prepared that it will go up. Your principal and interest will never go up. It's fixed. But your payment will go up every year because taxes and insurance statistically, historically rise every year.
Right. And that's just the way it is.
It is. And you can go back, on our GIS website, you can go back and you can pull the bills. My tax bill goes up every year. Actually, there was one year it went down, but only like $10. Yeah. But historically, it goes up.
Right.
I'm not paying $500 in installment like I did 12 years ago when I bought the home.
Right. Big difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think that's good for people to know.
Yeah, it does
go up.
Like
that sometimes, and I think sometimes people you get misinformed, and I think it's good to have this conversation just to remind everybody. You see for yourself.
Well, and that's the thing. Your insurance has gone up. I've had people come in and they're upset with their insurance, and it's like, okay, well, first of all, I'm not an insurance agent, but so I always refer them to their insurance agent. Remember, your insurance agent works for you, so if you have a question, pick up the phone and call them. But keep in mind, as these house prices are going up, so is the replacement cost.
Right.
Like, I got my updated insurance bill, and my replacement cost is outrageous, and it is 4 times what my mortgage actually is. But if my house were to burn down or blow away or whatever horrible catastrophic event may damage my home, it's going to cost more to build it.
Definitely, yeah.
And that is something people don't realize, but that's something you can negotiate with your agent. And I've had people that are like, well, what should it be? Well, that's not my job to tell you. That you need to have that conversation with your insurance agent. Like, I don't pretend to be an expert in areas that are not my expertise.
Right.
That does not serve you as a customer of mine.
Right.
You have an insurance agent. Go ask them. Talk to them about that. They can explain to you why it is that way. Don't ask your mortgage professional. Yeah. I'm just going to tell you need insurance.
Yeah.
And I need insurance to cover my loan amount. And I do tell people, I encourage you to have replacement cost for your own safety, but I need at least your mortgage covered. Because at the end of the day, they're going to take care of them. They're going to take care of your bill.
Right.
Your balance, they're going to make sure they're paid.
Right.
So.
Good information there, Autumn, and definitely if they want more information and want to talk to you more, what would they
give me a call. You can call our office at 812-883-0670. You can call my cell phone at 812-620-6121. And we're right there on the square.
All right. Autumn Scott Hall, and thank you so much for coming in and giving us some great knowledge. And let's have the best day ever, okay?
Best day.
All right.
I bet that's Andy Bush there.
That is Andy Bush. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, and I was so glad to talk to you this morning. Thank you for taking time for us, and we want to talk about coming up. We have Veterans Day, and what do you have in I guess coming up in the future for us here?
Yes. So Veterans Day is Saturday this year, and so the ceremony is going to be at 11 o'clock on the 11th day of the 11th month. So it's going to be on the north side of the courthouse lawn, like we've always done it. This year will be a little bit different because since school's not in session, we won't have the Brady singers. So that's where we're going to be a little light as far as musical talent goes, but everything else should be a go. The Boy Scouts Troop 4029, it's the same unit that's been helping us out. They're going to attend the flag for us, and then we'll go right into Ricky Main will be giving us an invocation, and then the presentation of the colors from the American Legion, and then it goes into the placing of the wreaths between the American Legion Ladies Auxiliary and the VFW Auxiliary, along with the Daughters of the American Revolution. They'll be doing the wreaths like we always do. And then my speaker this year, I'll go ahead and let everybody know who it is. It's Wes Bowers. He's coming to me. He's a Marine veteran, 12-year Marine veteran, and he's also the owner of Lyle's Construction. If you ever heard of him or his construction company, he's very very popular around here. And then we'll go into the firing squad from the VFW, and then the TAPS will be the American Legion. And then we'll be dismissed, and Southern Hills Church is hosting our dinner this year for the community dinner out at Southern Hills Church out on 135, and the meals provided by donations from the DAV, local chapter DAV, the DAR ladies, and then the VFW all have made contributions. I think there's been a few other anonymous donations as well. But anyway, and then of course WSLM usually provides us the sound system, and hopefully that's still a go.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, we're very honored, and this is a tradition we've been doing for years. My dad started, and I'm very honored to continue to do this.
That is awesome. Like I said, we should have decent weather. I think it's going to cool off some from what this week has been, but hopefully it'll be dry. I'm more worried about the dry than the coldness, I guess. Just because once it gets wet, it gets kind of dangerous for people. Pretty exciting. A couple months ago, we had a real bad storm in Salem, and the courthouse, we lost our big flagpole.
Absolutely.
And been fighting and getting that going, and the base has been set, and the new flag will be set, hopefully. They promised me it'll be set tomorrow, so we'll have a brand new flag and a flagpole for Saturday. But like I said, hopefully it'll be set tomorrow. Tomorrow is the actual federal observed holiday, so the courthouse will be closed, so hopefully it'll be less traffic, because they have to bring a crane in here to set this thing. It's a 60-foot flagpole. It's exactly what we had before, just a modern version of it. So that's pretty exciting. Getting a new flag and flagpole. So that's been kind of not seeing that flag on that side of the courthouse ever since that storm has been kind of a bummer. But like I said, it just takes time working through the wickets with your insurance, and then a flag pole of that size and nature takes a lot of logistics. So it's been a long time coming. So
right, and and it was so, when we saw it, bent over the way it was. I mean, that was just that was just a lot, and it was almost like it was already, like, I guess the flagpole was a signal of how sad everybody was with all the damage they had, for our community.
Yeah, that was sad. When I seen that, I come around the square that morning, I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, we got the flags down as quickly as we could. Just so it made it look worse, with the flags hanging on it and drooping like they were. So we made sure we got them down properly and quickly, so it wasn't so dramatic. But anyway, like I said, we're getting all excited for this year's Veterans Day program. And the dinner, like I said, it's going to be at Southern Hills. We're going to have it looks like some different club members from the high school is going to be helping us serve food. There's going to be some National Honor Society kids there, and some other clubs are represented. And I believe the Community Foundation is going to round us up some help as well. So, like I said, it ought to be a good time. And Southern Hills Church, if you've never been there, it's a super, super nice place, and they're super nice to work with, and have just a tremendous facility that they're letting us use and stuff. So anyway, hopefully hopefully everything goes off without a hitch.
Right. Well, and again, Southern Hills is very generous, and it's such a blessing that we have them in our community, because we use that facility for so many different, events or things going on in our community. So that's fantastic, and it's going to be, it's going to be nice to sit down, and it's a beautiful church, and it's just going to be nice to sit down. And I encourage everyone to come out and fellowship, don't you?
Oh yes, absolutely.
And the meal, is the meal prepared from, are the ladies still doing the actual cooking? Are they doing all that?
No, this year, what we ended up doing this year was I'm having it catered from KFC. That would end up being the best deal. They are easy to work with, and they're hooking us up. So, got a good consistent meal, and then nobody had to do a lot of work. In the past, like I said, we've always had to do pitch-ins, and that's just a lot of work. So this way here, everybody kind of can take a break and still have a good meal.
Well, wouldn't it be a blessing if those ladies all, that have put so many meals together for so many years, and their food is always so good, but won't that be a blessing for them to get to sit down and enjoy?
Yeah, that's kind of that was my thought process when I went into this year. Thinking everybody just works so hard all year round and year after year on these meals, and it's like, so this was just an opportunity that kind of presented itself when I started, calling around and trying to get, menus and prices and different things, and this just worked out.
I think it's fantastic. I love the idea, and I hope that, of course, we love our veterans, and I know that, you've really come in and done a lot for our veterans, and still, I know there's still more to do, and Andy, I know your office will be closed Friday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Your office will be closed Friday, but but it'll be back open next week. So if anybody has any, concerns or information, or just wants to come in and check in, it's a great time to come and talk with Andy. But for the Veterans Day program, it's open to the public, right?
Yes.
Everyone can come, and we encourage you. And I want to kind of say I want just kind of, for those that have never been, the courthouse lawn, if it is cold, or if if it's harder for you to stand, it's not a real long service, right?
No, we've kind of shortened it, not really shortened it, but made our speakers very aware of a short to the point kind of speech, and so yeah, the program probably won't even be an hour, but the meal is designed not to be served until 12 noon. So if I get done a little early, it'll just be because we're rolling through the ceremony, and then that'll still give us time to make our way up to Southern Hills, once we close everything up at the courthouse.
Right. Well, that'll give time to fellowship, but I just want everybody to come out, and I want, for those that maybe have trouble standing, or maybe with the cold weather, to realize that, it's not real long, but then you can, head to Southern Hills and warm up and have a great meal and fellowship. And I love our community, dinners, and we used to have those, and we're not, I don't, it's kind of a, after the COVID thing and everything kind of changed. And of course, now we're talking about a Saturday too. So it's good things are going to be done a little different. So maybe just the opposite, more families will be able to come and bring their children. I hope they do, because I want everybody to realize, how important our veterans are, and honoring them, and, not just one day, but every day of the year.
Yes, definitely. Like I said, this ought to be a pretty. You never know when the Veterans Day falls on the weekend like this. You never know if it's going to be more family and friends or less. Like I said, everybody, kind of gets in their own little personal groove. Like I said, all year round. But if anything, you should thank a veteran every day. But like I said, if anything, if it's just one day a year that you can do it, this is the day to do it. To thank a veteran for their service.
Right, and I think we've got a lot going on in this world, and we know how important our military, how the past and the present and then the future coming up. We're very grateful for all of them, and I think that this is so many. And I'm not knocking other areas, but sometimes they don't do these ceremonies, and I'm so glad that this community, and I'm not knocking any other community, but I think I'm so proud that we still make sure that this is a top priority.
Yes, like I said, this is one of a few events that I'm responsible for that I think is one of the most important parts of this job, is to honor, veterans on Veterans Day, and the Memorial Day is our other big one for the county. That's our two big ones that I'm responsible for. Like I said, I help veterans every day, and we're doing good things, and believe it or not, the good things are happening at the VA. They got a lot of bad rap back in the day, but things are improving, and there's even they've already announced the 2024 cost of living increase. So everybody's looking to get, it's a 3.2% cost of living increase for VA benefits this year, or coming up this next year. So like I said, they're doing good things. Still, everybody's got their heart hopefully in the right place, even though it doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on politically. The government has to decide how to, take care of these veterans and stuff. And like I said, they finally approved a 3.2% increase for 2024.
Well, that makes me so happy. I'm glad that we talked about that. I'm glad we got that word out there, and I'm happy for that for sure. And I think well deserved, and I'm excited about that. And Andy, I want to thank you, and I hope that and pray that our services that we do on Veterans Day, Memorial Days, or just any, our specials like that, I hope they never stop. I hope they always continue, and I love that you're keeping that torch, keeping that going, and so important, and sounds like it's going to be a great day for a great program, and I hope everyone comes out and fellowship, and there's so many great stories. It's good time for fellowship and hearing stories and talking and getting caught up with people.
Definitely.
So, Andy, if I do want to, before I let you go, I want to know the phone number. Of course, you're going to be closed. You're open today, but you'll be closed Friday, and of course, through the weekend. But what is your phone number for anybody maybe that would like to call your office and find out more information?
Yes, definitely. Phone number here is local 883-2063. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Outside of government holidays and stuff like that. But yes, we're here. You can call. Leave me a message. If you call and leave a message, I will call you back. If we don't get to you, but please leave a message. If you call and you don't get an answer, call, make an appointment, come in and see us. If you filed for benefits in the past, or if you haven't filed for benefits in the past, come and see us and see what's out there. There's a lot of new programs. There's a lot of stuff that's changed. So like I say, everybody's situation is different, and we're here to help you file for claims or try to answer questions best we can. If I don't have an answer, I can usually find somebody to help us out. We've got a tremendous amount of resources, state level and federal level. So, like I said, if you're unsure about something, or if you're unsure about your benefits or whatever, you can always call and get an appointment, and we'll take a look at your situation.
And please do. Awesome. All right, Andy, thank you so much, and I appreciate your friendship. Keep up the great work and all you do, and we can't wait to see you. We'll see you Saturday, and WSLM is very, very, very proud that we can even be a little bit of a part of this. And thank you for asking us, and we're very, very grateful to be a part.
I really appreciate everything you guys have done over the numerous years of doing business with y'all.
All right. Thank you, Andy. And we'll see you Saturday, hon, okay?
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Saluting Andy Bush there, and all of his hard work, and want everybody to come out for sure for the Veterans Day program. All right. Thank you to our great sponsors. We're very thankful for them. Marshall Sales, Billy Martin Store, Meadowview and Salem Crossing, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Leader One Financial. I don't want to leave anybody out. We're very, of course, very thankful for all of our sponsors, and of course, Fantastic Sam's. And thank you again. Everyone have a terrific and a safe Thursday, and let's have the best day ever. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that actually matter, like the stair that only creaks when everyone else in the house is asleep. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Give Seth at Marshall's a call today at 812-967-3742, and we'll be glad to take care of you.
At Meadowview Health and Rehabilitation, we